All right, good morning, Scituate. This is a weekly town update for January 8th, 2024. I'm Susan Harrison, the clerk of the select board, and I am here with Jim Boudreau, our town administrator, and Bill Burkhead, our town superintendent. So the meetings for this week, Monday, January 8th, today, we have the economic development at 5 p.m. and that is remote only, and they're going to be discussing funding for some sister city events. Conservation Commission is at 6 p.m. and that's virtual only. Library Trustees meeting is at 6:30 p.m. at the Scituate Town Library, and that is a hybrid meeting. And CPC is meeting at 6:30 at the Scituate Library, and they will be discussing pickleball. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 9th, the select board meeting is at 6:30 p.m. in the select board hearing room. Some notable agenda items include the Board of Assessors and Town Assessor will propose the town to be exempt from personal property accounts with a value of $5,000 or less, and that's effective 2025. There's also a discussion on SAIL, which is supported access to independent living. They will present an update on the SAIL home, which is at 809 Country Way. And as a reminder, the SAIL home will serve as a model to demonstrate a new approach to combine services, training, and housing to solve the challenge of meaningful and affordable housing for individuals with intellectual developmental disabilities and autism. It's a really interesting project, and I look forward to hearing an update. Additionally, our DPW director, Kevin Cafferty, will present and ask the board to award a contract to the engineering firm for engineering, design, and permitting services for the seawall on Turner Road and Lighthouse Road. So we released an RFP a couple months ago and received numerous applications. DPW, they've reviewed the applications, and the select board will be hearing from them, and they will be asking to award a contract. And Thursday, January 11th, the planning board will meet at 6:30 p.m. in the select board hearing room, and that's a hybrid meeting. There is a public hearing on the proposed zoning amendments for the annual town meetings. The MBTA community changes to zoning, as well as some wireless communications changes. The town planner and our planning board has worked tirelessly to create proposed zoning amendments that meet the state requirements for MBTA communities and propose a solution that works for Scituate regarding density and location. I'd like to thank the individuals involved in the effort, and I also encourage you to attend the public hearing if you're interested in learning more. The planning board will also hold a public hearing on accessory dwelling at 95 Elm Street at 7:15 on the 11th. Additionally, the advisory committee is meeting at 7 p.m. on Thursday the 11th, and that is a remote meeting. Okay, that's all I have for meetings, and I'm going to turn it over for Jim for some additional updates.
Good morning, Scituate. January 8th, my weekly update. We're going to start with the weather. The weekend storm was about what we predicted, a little rain, a little snow, not too impactful to the 02066 area. However, we are looking at a forecast for a storm starting tomorrow night into Wednesday morning that has the potential to be very impactful. It's currently forecast to bring heavy rains, more than 2 inches of rain to our area. High winds with gusts from 50, 60 miles an hour, and minor to moderate coastal flooding. The moderate coastal flooding is mostly for the south coast and Rhode Island, but we will still see minor flooding here in Scituate. We had splash over this morning, so I would anticipate those low-lying areas and along the coast, we will see some minor flooding. The winds are good. The winds are not from the northeast to the east, but we do expect to see splash over and minor flooding in those normal areas. Please get ready. If your generators aren't gassed up, gas them up, get them ready. We do expect to have power outages from this storm. We have a briefing from the National Weather Service this afternoon, and then we'll bring you some more information. So please stay tuned to the town website, and we'll get you more information as it becomes available. With the start of the winter season, the Scituate Police Department, their goal is to keep everyone safe, and they encourage people during the winter to slow down, leave plenty of distance from other vehicles, allow for ample stopping time, and clean off your windshield, roof, lights, license plates, etc. If you're driving with snow covering your car, the police can't pull you over. They can issue a $40 impact for impeded operation if the driver has an obstructed windshield or windows, and a $200 fine for driving with an unsecured load, which could include a heavy snowpack on your car If that flies off, it hits another car, you could be liable. So make sure you clean off your cars and don't drive around with snow on them. Next Monday is Martin Luther King Day. The following town offices will be closed in observation of Martin Luther King Day: Town Hall, Senior Center, Library, and the transfer station. So please make your plans accordingly with that. Situate Planning Board will be having a public hearing on January 11th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. in the Select Board Hearing Room or by Zoom on zoning bylaw amendments and changes proposed for the annual town meeting on April 8th, 2024. Proposed changes include minor modifications to the zoning bylaw, Section 3A compliance for MBTA communities, and clarification in the language of Section 730.4 of the zoning bylaw that a special permit is required. Full text of the changes can be found on the town website, in the planning office, or with the town clerk. There will be a public information session about the beach nourishment project that is planned to begin in February on North Scituate Beach. The meeting is scheduled for Thursday, January 18th at 6 p.m. You can join this meeting in person at the library or remotely on Zoom. You can find the link to join remotely on our website. If you would like to submit written questions in advance, please email it to Corey Miles at cmiles@situatema.gov. Following the meeting, the presentation will be posted on the Scituate TV website. Burning season starts January 15th. Burning regulations are posted on the town website. Open burning is prohibited in the following areas: Minot, Hummerock, and any location east of Hadley Road. The Scituate Fire Department will strictly enforce the regulations for burning. All permit holders must agree to abide by these regulations, with the understanding that the Scituate Fire Department reserves the right to refuse or revoke any permit that does not conform to the rules. I won't go through all those, they're lengthy, but they are on the town website. Please familiarize yourself with them before you start your open burning. Reminder from the town clerk about the annual town census. Please return those forms as soon as possible. Scituate Sister Cities are hosting their 2024 Sister City Film Festival at the Real Harbor Theater on January 11th, 24th, February 13th, and March 5th. Soucy will be presenting Cyrano de Bergerac on January 11th at 7 p.m. and Chocolat on January 24th at 1 p.m. Cape Verde Santa Catarina del Fogo will present The Volcano's Last Wish, which will now be on February 13th at 7 p.m. This is a change from the original date of February 1st. And the Island West Cork Sister City will present My Left Foot on March 5th, also at 7 o'clock. Suggested donations is $10. The Recreation Department Summer 2024 job applications are now available at the Recreation Department website on the town page. This is for volunteers, counselors, directors, and lifeguards. Go to situatema.gov. Go to the recreation page, and the applications on the left side of the page. Lighthouse renovations are ongoing. We have slowed down. We are anticipating starting the grouting of the brickwork today. However, given the weather over the weekend and the impending weather over the next 2 days, we have postponed that. We are now having conversations about whether or not we will put the grouting off until the spring when we do the painting. The grout work needs to be kept above freezing for 10 to 14 days after the completion of the grouting. With the storm that we have coming and the storms upcoming through January, we're not sure we can keep that, so we'll have more discussions about that later today and make a final decision if we will put off the grouting until the spring. Finally, the Scituate Food Pantry is grateful for your support. It continues to need assistance. They have a new list of most needed items: canned white beans, beef soups, baked beans, gentleman pudding, hot chocolate, mixed vegetables, canned sloppy joe, white tuna, and green and herbal tea. These can be dropped off at the food pantry during normal hours or in the bins behind the old gates, or you can bring them to the Scituate Library, Village Market, or Shaw's. That's what I have for today, and I'll turn it over to Superintendent Burkhead.
Thank you, Mr. Boudreau, and good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. I just wanted to give a shout out to our DPW, our facilities team here for the Scituate Public Schools, and our custodial team, who work diligently to make sure that we have safe roads and safe travel to get our kids to school. And with the weather that we have throughout New England, especially unique to Scituate, the timing is usually on weekends, evenings, early mornings, and a lot of sacrifices for those folks that come out and do that work. So I want to just thank them, and it's great to be in school today. A couple quick highlights. There's a school committee meeting this evening at 6 p.m. That's hosted in the Scituate High School Library. Some of the highlights tonight will be our student report, which is always interesting and exciting from our high school students, David Murphy and Louisa Kinsley. We also have Celebrate Student Learning with the Fine Arts and Music Department, so learn more about that. I will be presenting along with our owner's project manager and architect on the new Cushing-Hatherley building project. So I invite you to come and learn more about that. That update will be an overview of where we're at and next steps in the process. The assistant superintendent's report tonight will focus on the professional development and how that is done throughout the district and some of our key focus areas and how they tie into our strategic plan. And the school committee will discuss its policy on school improvement plans. Next, I'd like to talk about an exciting opportunity and a first for Scituate, NASA Power to Explore Student Challenge. NASA wants to hear where and how our students would explore space with the Power to Explore Student Challenge this year. And we'll be participating for the first time. Entries will be judged in 3 grade level categories, K through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12. Every student who submits an entry will receive a digital certificate and an invitation to a virtual event with NASA experts. Students will learn about what powers the NASA workforce to dream big and explore. 15 national semifinalists in each grade category will receive a national prize pack from NASA. 3 national finalists in each grade category will also receive virtual sessions with NASA experts, and 1 grand prize winner from each grade category, and I'm hoping and thinking that will be Scituate, will receive a trip for 2 to NASA's Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio. Stay tuned for more updates on this exciting opportunity for our kids. That's it for today, and have a great week, everybody.
Thank you, Jim and Bill, and I hope that you all have a great week.